Hi guys, hope everyone's all right. It's the 6-month roundup, my favourite albums of the year so far. Let me get this straight, that's my favourite albums of the year. It's not the best albums because I can't decide what's the best, it's just my favourites. So if anyone's got any more or can't understand why there's something I haven't included, it's because they're my favourites. Is that quite clear? I think so. So, not the best, just my favourites so far. And what a fucking year it's been. It's been a real struggle for me this year to try to get to listen to everything. I probably haven't paid enough attention to everything, and I'm a bit disappointed in myself. But there's literally not enough hours in the day to get to listen to everything and give everything its, what it fully deserves. So what that might mean is my list at the moment could definitely change. Even the 10 at the moment, there could be things that replace them because I might not have had as much time with some newer albums. Hope that makes sense, because some of these albums obviously came out at the beginning of the year. Some of them have just come out. So, it could mean that they would have been included if I'd had a bit more time with them. But this, as it stands today, this is my top 10. I'm not going to do them from 10 to 1. I'm just going to say them the order they came out in, released in, because this is, I've never done a halfway list, I don't think, before, from what I can remember. This is just basically a list of 10. And literally I had to pick from loads, and there's a few that were just on the outskirts of the 10 which might creep in. But by the end of the year, probably I'll be doing more than 10 anyway. It could be a top 20. Last year I did a top 21 because of the year 2021. So I might try and creep one more in there and make it 22 albums at the end of this year. Just makes it a little bit easier for me to choose. The more albums, the better. So lots of great albums, lots of great bands. And I really was struggling to get 10 together, and some of the ones I've missed out, which I'm not going to mention. It's not a time for honourable mentions at the moment. That'll come at the end of the year. So I'm just going to do my 10. Hoping that makes sense. Here we go. So first on my list, released on the 21st of January, is Spitfire and Denial to Fall. This is a Greek metal band. What an amazing, solid album this is, all the way through. Only 9 tracks. But there's no fat there. Just pure excellence throughout this album. The singer's great. It reminds me of James Hetfield, but James Hetfield, if he could just have the best range possible. There's so much, range when this guy sings. Even when he sings high, there's so much aggression there. What an amazing vocalist, but the band are just brilliant all the way through. Like I said, all the albums so solid, but real cool songs on here. Wasted, Unholy, amongst loads of great tracks though. Next up, we've got Scream Maker and Blood King. Now this has blown me away ever since I heard this album. It's their 4th album, come out on January the 27th. 15 tracks, and it's brilliant all the way through. Proper metal, like I said. The band are an amazing band. The singer is one of the best singers I've heard. What an amazing performance. This guy called, I'm going to get this wrong, Sebastian Stodolak. He's like a cross between Dino Chalusic and Lane Staley. It's just, imagine that. An absolutely brilliant vocalist. And this album is just top class. Songs to look out for: Mirror Mirror, Hitting the Wall, Join the Mob, Power Lust, Brand New Start. Amazing stuff. Next up, February 11th, and we've got Girish and the Chronicles. How to the Heroes. Man, what a great band this is. They're getting bigger and bigger. They're an Indian metal band, so, a bit unusual being from India, although you're hearing a lot more music come from India now. 12 tracks on this amazing Frontiers release. Just real heavy stuff at times as well. Loads of aggression in the vocalist voice. One of the best vocalists out there called Girish Pradhan. Amazing stuff. The band are just top notch. Sound like a Slave to the Grind era sort of Skid Row at times. Amazing stuff. Songs to look out for: Primeval Desire, Lover's Train, Hail to the Heroes, the title track. Amazing stuff. Next up, released on February 11th as well, the band City of Lights. This album is fantastic. It's a debut album from British singer, songwriter, guitarist Neil Austin. What an amazing songwriter he is, just first and foremost. 12 tracks on here, another Frontiers release, and I'll tell you what I'm really happy with, and what really makes this album such a special album as well. Not only are the songs great, but the singer he's got singing this, Manos Fatsis his name is, he's just an amazing, real strong vocalist. So he went for like less of a smooth vocalist and someone with a real strong sort of rock voice. Just amazing songs all the way through this album. Highlights for me are Hearts on Fire, Dying Light, Racing on the Red Line, Put Your Heart on the Line. Every track is amazing. City of Lights, check it out. Next up, on February the 18th, another Frontiers release, and Zadra, and the album Guiding Star. 11 tracks of pure class. AOR stroke melodic rock, melodic hard rock. August Zadra, what a talent. Vocalist, guitarist. He's in the bands Waiting for Monday and Dennis DeYoung's band as well. This is just, like I said, pure class from start to end. There's some real sort of tasty songs, almost, when I talk about class, and I mean real class, but there's some real more straightforward sort of AOR stuff as well. But from top to bottom, what an amazing album. Songs to look out for, nothing more to say. Escape the Rain, A Matter of Yesterday, but I could literally name them all. Amazing from Zadra. Next up, on March the 25th, Hardcore Superstar released Abracadabra. Man, this is my first foray into the band, believe it or not. Swedish band, just amazing album this is. This has really blown me away. It's got aggression. It's got a little bit of sleaze, not too much. I mean, there's sleaze there, but it's just a bit of a punky attitude as well. The production is amazing. This has got a real energy to it, especially the way it's been recorded. I love this album. It's just amazing. But standout tracks for me are Weep When You Die, Catch Me If You Can, Dreams in Red, Throw a Brick, and the amazing Forever and a Day. Next up, April the 8th, Saints and Sinners and Rise of the Alchemist. This is the second album from this band. There's 10 tracks. This is epic melodic metal at its best. Brilliant vocals, brilliant songs, just amazing stuff. I mean, they create so much atmosphere. There's so much epic music here. It's just brilliant. But I want to name my favourite songs. Ivory Tower's great. Sacred Ground is brilliant. The amazing, epic 11.5-minute Rise of the Alchemist. Just brilliant stuff. Next up, April the 29th, Crash Diet and Ultimatum. I mean, man, this is my favourite album from Crash Diet, and I know they've had some great albums. A lot of people think some of their earlier stuff is the best. I love that earlier stuff as well, but this is one brilliant album. Full of energy, full of melodic songs. Excellent vocal lines. Swedish, obviously melodic hard rock. You know, I think this has catapulted them. I always thought of Crash Diet as brilliant, but maybe just under the best of Sweden, you know, with Heat and Eclipse maybe coming above them. But I think Crash Diet have just got with those bands, and this is an amazing album. The 6th album, 12 tracks. I love the singer, Gabriel Keys. He's got so much energy. He is brilliant. Standout tracks are Together Whatever, Shine On, Dead Crusade, and the excellent No Man's Land. May the 27th, the amazing band Soraya Sign and Throne of Gold. This is just mind-blowing, this album. It's their first album, believe it or not, and it is just blown me away. Jesper Lindberg is the drummer, and it's his project, if you like. And there's going to be 4 of these concept albums. So this is the first of 4. Just amazing stuff. Almost reminds me a little bit sometimes of the best of Jorn Londe, maybe the Alan Londe projects. It's just epic stuff. Singers absolutely fantastic. Everyone in the band is. But the brainchild is obviously Jesper Lindberg, and you know, he's got so much going on up there, and he's created this excellent concept album that'll just blow your mind. It really will. Standout tracks, and They all are really, but When Worlds Collide, If Only for a Moment, Sandman is fast becoming one of my favourites. The epic 9-minute Throne of Gold. It's just amazing, and there's so much more to come. Obviously 3 more albums just with this concept alone. You've got to check this out, guys. Soraya Sign and Throne of Gold. And then we move on to June the 17th and Iconic. I couldn't go without mentioning this amazing supergroup. This is called Second Skin, this album, although it's the first album of this project. In the band, Nathan James, Michael Sweet, Joel Hoekstra, Marco Mendoza, Tommy Aldridge. Just listen to them and you know, well, it was always a risk. Project's always a risk, but they just fulfilled everything that the names said they could. Loads of standout tracks all the way through. It's almost hard for me not to say the album, but I've got to say some tracks. As Fast As You Can, Second Skin, All I Need, Nowhere to Run. I could keep going on, but I can't. So Iconic, Second Skin, that's the last album I want to talk about. 10 brilliant albums. Remember, it's my favourites from the year so far. I haven't included any that have not been released yet. I've heard a few. I didn't want to do that. These are ones that have actually been released. So, guys, let me know if you've got these, what you think of them, in the comments below. And I'll see you at the end of the year. See you later.